welcome back to my channel and for another project video. Whoa, my hair is pretty high today. Kind of look a bit like Jedward. So today, what I thought I'm going to do is make an old project that I made, which I didn't actually put on YouTube, but it was something that I made when I first started turning. And that was a really tiny little pot made out of all of these little bits of wood. Now you can get these on eBay. Most of the stuff I get is from eBay, and they're not that expensive. There's lots of different types of makes of woods in here. And the good thing about this is they generally put the name of the wood on, which helps. Definitely someone like me. So we've got elm in here, we've got purple heart in here, we've got walnut, we've got padauk, zebra wood, beech, maple, all sorts of different bits of wood in here, which looks really cool when you put them all together and make a nice little pot out of it. So I made this little pot, and again, it was one of the first things that I did when I first started turning a couple of years ago now. So what I thought I would do is I thought I'd show you that process, because I'm pretty sure it's not on YouTube. I'll have to check that, but I don't think I did put it on YouTube. Fairly simple type of project. All we're really going to do here is we're going to sand these down a little bit. We're going to glue them all up together, make a blank, get it on the lathe, make a nice looking colourful pot. Or vase, but I think today we're going to make a little lidded pot. Let's do it. Right, so we clamped them all up. I'm doing these in sections just so that they go together properly. So I've just done 4 there, 4 there, 4 there, and 4 there. And then we'll just wait for that to dry, and then we'll just sand those back, and then we just glue those as a block together, and then we'll have our blank. Hopefully this will be a nice, colourful, exciting little pot. Okay, so these are all dried up now, so we can just remove the clamps. And these little sections, I say something like this has to be done in stages. So we've got 4 kind of blocks now, a little bit uneven. So what I'm going to do now, sand these back and then get gluing this up into a nice block blank that we can turn. Right, so there's a ton of clamps on this. I really want to make sure this has got a really tight fit all the way round. Yes, I know that some of the squares blanks are not, you know, in sequence with the other square blanks, but I'm not really fussed about that. Got to be all mashed up anyway. What I might also do yet, I don't know, is once this is all dried up, I may well just chop it up again and kind of have another bit of a mash up yet. Not too sure. That obviously will take me a lot longer because I'll have to cut it all up, sand it all down, glue it all, and wait another night. So not too sure, but I might do. So there it is, all glued up now. Bit of a mess at the moment, but it won't be. So I'm thinking, like we discussed, about chopping this up a bit more. So I think I want to make this a little bit more funky, as I always do. I think I'm going to chop these up into another bits here. So chop a piece out of here, piece here, piece here, piece here. Mix it up a little bit, glue it back together, and wait another night. Okay, so what I have decided to do, because I love to complicate things, is glue up a blank on the bottom here, or half a blank, and the other half on the top, so that this can kind of like have a nice bottom to it, a nice lid. That's all glued up again. We've switched all these around, mixed them all up a little bit. They're not in any kind of like, you know, sequence or order, or they're kind of all over the place, but that's cool. I'm happy with that. So we'll leave that again another night to set, and then we can get this on the lathe. Right, there we go. This is now finished with, well, it's not finished, but it's been finished with cellulose sanding sealer from Chestnut and some Yorkshire grit
from Yorkshire.
Oh, this is looking quite nice actually. This is kind of what I was hoping for. A bit of a mixed kind of like bag all over the place. It's all jiggity piggity everywhere, which is great. That's what we kind of want really. We want it to be all over the place. You know, I could have mixed this up even more really, but obviously it would have been there for another another week. So what I've done here, I don't know if you can see that. Just put the light on it. I've finished this area off now. So what I've done now is I've got this ready to reverse it into the chuck, and I've finished, or almost going to finish this off. Because this is a good chance now, good time to get all this base finished. Now, I've done a little bit of fancy work in here, nothing too major or complex, but just to kind of give it a little bit of extra something different. So that's where my emblem will go, in the centre there, and then I've just sort of curved off this edges there. And this is recessed back in, if you can see there, so that this is not going to sit on the table. This bit will sit on the table, and this bit will miss it. So I've gone in a bit further before I finish this off. Otherwise, it just won't sit properly. So I'll finish this off now with some, well, not too sure yet, but probably some microcrystalline wax, and then maybe after that some sheller wax, and then we'll flip it over, and then what we've got to do is hollow it out and make the lid. So yeah, not done yet, but we're getting there.
Christmas. It is Christmas, yes. Let's get on and get Christmassy.
So it's Christmas time, and I've decided that I'm not going to finish this with sheller wax. I'm going to finish it with
It's Santa.
In a wax formation. Yes, it's Father Crystalline Wax Stick.
From Hampshire Sheen.
Let's put old Santa to the test. Well, hey, lubbly jubbly.
And we only use Santa's hat.
I know him.
Right, now we've just got to make the finial. So I'm going to use some old bog oak that I've got here, a little pen blank. We're going to just make a little finial for this lid. So I've got to find something to fit in this little hole. So let's do it. And there it is, our little mixed wood, colourful pot, vase, whatever you want to call it. So I really enjoyed doing this because, as I say, it was one of the first things that I did when I started turning, as I said earlier. And I kind of just wanted to do it again, really. I didn't video me making that little pot. That was just something that I was messing around with in the shed and decided to put those together. All these are little pen blanks. It is a bit all over the place, but again, I wasn't really going for it all to be in uniform in any way. I like my things all over the place, so I think it's turned out okay. And again, I don't like blowing my own trumpet, like I said before, but I just enjoyed doing this one. Got a little finial on the top there, and I used bog oak for that. Lid just pops off, a little bit tight inside, can't really see it. And there's the bottom of the inside of the lid there, which I just finished off hand sanding. There, it fits on there quite well. Got a nice little click to it. Just one more time. Got my emblem in the bottom, and as I say, just a little bit of a feature around the bottom there. What's that? Dust. Nothing major. But again, I've gone down a little bit on this so that it doesn't sit on that. It sits on this rim here. So when it sits down, it sits nicely. No wobbles. So yeah, really enjoyed doing that. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make it. A little bit different shape than I've made before, which is always quite good. I always like to try to do something a little bit different. Yeah, I don't know what you could store in it. Jewellery, money. You could just take the lid off and turn it into a vase. It's actually multi-use. Vase for flowers or pens, or a pot for money and smaller pens. We could pop our pencils back in it, and it could be another pencil pot. That is a funky one. I always try to make something colourful. I don't know if you've noticed that. I think we'll do some more projects using these pen blanks and lots of different bits of wood. Again, you could make up all sorts of things. We can make maybe a bowl next time, we could try and mix and match all different bits of wood together. That might be quite interesting to see. So I hope you liked it, and more importantly, hope you enjoyed watching. The Maker Central's coming around soon. It's around about 4 months now. 4 months to Maker Central in the UK, in Birmingham at the NEC. Check out the link below. That reminds me, actually, talking about Maker Central, we've actually got a new attraction for people to join in and take part in. This is really, really cool. It's an ice sculpturing. He's going to be there all weekend sculpturing a massive, huge chunk of ice. And he's going to be making something really cool out of it. And even cooler, no pun intended, you can come along and join in. So you can chip away at the ice and you can help make something too. How cool is that? These guys are absolutely fantastic. I'll leave a link below for the company that's coming. Already on the Maker Central website, so check them out there. They're beyond the what to see and do. But again, just another attraction for you to get stuck into making stuff. We're going to keep on adding these all the way up to the show, so you won't be disappointed. So come on, check us out. It's not long. We're getting excited. Woohoo! If you didn't see it also, check out IJESSUP's channel. IJESSUP Make Things, part of Homemade Modern. Did a little project the other day, a couple of weeks ago now, and also announced on her channel that she's coming to Maker Central as well. Go check her out. I'll leave a link below for her channel. She's a really cool maker and she's going to be there. So I hope you enjoyed the project. Please give us a thumbs up if you like it, and a comment below as always. If you could share the video, that always really helps. And as always, thanks very much for all my new subscribers that have come over to the channel. I hope you stick around and I hope you enjoy the content. And as always, thanks very much to all my old ones. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon.